So good morning, everybody. I hope the audio is clear and the screen is also visible. Can we start off? Both the things are clear. Sahil, just one confirmation that audio and yeah, okay. So yesterday we started with the discussion on this question, which is drawn from October 2011. We are given the balance sheet of Parag Limited and Chirag Limited on 31st March 2017 or whatever date is not given. Let me add maybe 31st. Let's assume that the balance sheets are 31, 3, 18. Let's for the sake of understanding. So you're given the balance sheet of both the companies on 31st March 2018. One is Parag Limited, another one is Chirag Limited. Then you are given the terms of amalgamation, whereby assets of Parag Limited are taken over at book values. Assets of Chirag Limited are taken over subject to a couple of revaluations like machinery and stock. And then you are also given the details of purchase consideration, wherein Parag Limited has a PC based on net payment basis, whereas Chirag Limited has a purchase consideration based on net asset basis. These were the things that we discussed yesterday. We also compiled a statement of assets and liabilities taken over, where Parag Limited gross value of assets is 10 lakhs 25,000. Liabilities taken over are 75,000. So total net assets of Parag Limited, which are taken over, are 9.5 lakhs. Chirag Limited, machinery and stock were appreciated by 10%. Rest of the assets are taken over at book value. So gross value of assets taken over is 10 lakhs 36,000. There are two liabilities of Chirag Limited which are taken over, that is 9% debenture holders balances and creditors of 90,000. So the net consideration for Chirag Limited works out to 7 lakhs 46,000. This was the statement of assets and liabilities taken over. Then we discussed about the purchase consideration, where the purchase consideration for Parag Limited is on net as a payment basis and Chirag Limited it is on net asset basis. For Parag Limited, you are given that for every 4 equity shares of Parag Limited, they will get 5 equity shares of Anurag Limited, which will be issued at 10% premium, and the face value of the share is 10 rupees. Presently, Parag Limited has 40,000 equity shares. So divided by 4 into 5, the shareholders will be eligible to receive 50,000 equity shares, which will be priced at 11 rupee per share. And therefore, the total consideration for Parag Limited is going to be 5 lakhs 50,000. For Chirag Limited, it says that there is some settlement for preference shareholders. The preference shareholders are going to get 4 preference shares in Anurag Limited at par for every 5 preference shares held by them. Currently, you have 3,000 preference shares in Chirag Limited. Every 5 preference shares, you will get 4 preference shares. So 3,000 divided by 5 multiplied by 4, Chirag Limited will receive 2,400 7% preference shares of 100 each. That amounts to 2,40,000 for preference shareholders. And then it says the remaining amount will be discharged by issue of equity shares of 10 each in Anurag Limited at a premium of 10%. Now, total consideration for Chirag Limited, if you see, was 7,46,000 based on net asset basis. Out of that, 2,40,000 is for preference shareholders given to us. So remaining 5,06,000 will be the amount that will be discharged by issue of equity shares. These equity shares are priced at 11 rupee per share. So 5,06,000 divided by 11, you will get 46,000 equity shares of 10 each, which are issued at 10% premium, or issue price is 11 rupees per share. So 46,000 shares at 11 amounts to 5,06,000, and that's how the total consideration will be 7,46,000 for Chirag Limited. Now, in today's session, we will get ourselves familiarized with the entries along with the ledger accounts in the books of both the companies. So I will start with the books of first company, that is Parag Limited. Now, in books of Parag Limited, Which are the accounts we are supposed to prepare? We are supposed to prepare realization account, equity shareholders account, Anurag Limited, that is new company account, and then equity shares in Anurag Limited account. These are the accounts that we are going to prepare. If there are any transactions in cash or bank, then you can prepare cash and bank account also, because that will be useful for that purpose. But in this case, there are no transactions in Parag Limited which will affect cash or bank. So we need not prepare cash and bank account at this point in time. I will do one thing. I'll copy this balance sheet below so that we have a reference of questions. Copy the balance sheet. Rest of the things may not be required. Let me just copy the balance sheet. So next to the ledgers, we can have the balance sheet, easier for referencing. Okay. Simultaneously, we can both. Now in books of Parag Limited, as I said, realization account, equity shareholders account, cash and bank account is not required. Anurag Limited is a new company whose account will be required. And as a purchase consideration, Parag Limited is going to receive only equity equity shares. So we will have to prepare the account of equity shares in Anurag Limited. Now the first step will be to transfer all the assets at book values to realization account. We pass the entry realization account debit to sundry assets account. Now when you transfer these assets, one has to be a little careful. Usually all the assets are transferred except that fictitious assets and cash and bank balance may need a separate treatment. Fortunately, in case of Parag Limited, we don't have any fictitious asset. We have only machinery, stock, debtors, and bank. So there is no issue of fictitious asset. Bank account, as I told you, if at all there are any transactions in the bank account, then you will have to open a bank account separately. Otherwise, that will also go to realization account. So in case of Parag Limited, we'll be transferring all the assets to realization account, and this transfer happens at book value. So entry will be realization account debit to machinery 8 lakhs, to stock 65,000, to debtors 95,000, to bank account 65,000. That's how we are going to pass the entry. So first entry in the books of Parag Limited will be towards transfer of assets. So your realization account is debited and respective asset accounts are credited. This is the first step. Have you understood the first entry or the first step? Yes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now in the second step, we transfer outsiders liabilities to realization account. If you see the balance sheet of Parag Limited, there is equity capital, there is a accumulated profit or reserve in the nature of P&L account and statutory reserve, and there is only one outsiders liability, that is sundry creditors. So we will be transferring these creditors to realization account. Our entry will be sundry creditors account debit to realization account. Again, this will happen at the book value. So next entry will be creditors account debit to realization account 75,000 at the book value. Then the next step will be to take care of shareholders, because we have transferred assets, we have transferred outsiders liabilities. Now the shareholders. Equity capital stands at 4 lakhs. So in equity capital account, that will come as an opening balance, by balance brought down, or by equity share capital 4 lakhs. We are preparing equity shareholders account. So we actually pass the entry equity share capital account debit to equity shareholders account. The amount transferred is 4 lakhs. All the reserves are also transferred to equity shareholders. So the entry will be reserves account debit to equity shareholders account. So we will transfer P&L account. We will also transfer statutory reserve by passing the entry P&L account debit 5 lakhs, statutory reserve account debit 50,000 to equity shareholders account. So both these reserves will be credited, both these accumulated profits will be credited to the equity shareholders account at this point in time. Okay. Any difficulty in this transfer of creditors and transfer of reserves, etc.?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So with this, if you check the balance sheet, have we taken care of all the items in the balance sheet that you must ensure before you proceed? We have taken care of asset side entirely, Parag Limited. We have taken care of liability side also entirely. There were items on the liability side, namely share capital, profits, accumulated profits, and creditors. All of them have been placed at respective places. Now the next step is to record the purchase consideration. Purchase consideration is the amount due from Anurag Limited, and this purchase consideration is essentially for transfer of assets and liabilities. So when you record the purchase consideration, we pass the entry new company. So Anurag Limited, in this case, Anurag Limited's account debit to realization account. So our next entry will be to record purchase consideration Anurag Limited account debit to realization account 5,50,000 rupees. We are recording the purchase consideration in case of first company, that is Parag Limited, where the purchase consideration is 5.5 lakhs. So the entry will be Anurag Limited account debit to realization account for purchase consideration. We have to check if there is any sale of asset. In this case, there is no sale of asset. We need to check whether there is any payment of liability also. In this case, there is no payment of liability. There are no realization expenses either, or for that matter, liquidation expenses in this case. So none of those entries will apply. Now we can record discharge of purchase consideration. What do you mean by discharge of purchase consideration? Discharge of purchase consideration means whatever you receive in settlement of your purchase consideration, that needs to be recorded. So you may receive equity shares, you may receive preference shares, you may receive some cash payment. So all these things are recorded. Now here in this case, if you see the purchase consideration of Parag Limited, it's only by way of equity shares. There is nothing else that they have received. So we'll be recording the purchase consideration where we have received only equity shares of Anurag Limited. So the entry will be equity shares in Anurag Limited account debit to Anurag Limited account. So our next entry will be equity shares in Anurag Limited account debit to Anurag Limited account. We have received shares in Anurag Limited to the extent of 5,50,000 rupees, and the entry will be equity shares in Anurag Limited account debit to Anurag Limited account. Any difficulty in these couple of entries, recording of PC and discharge of PC?
No, sir.
Okay. So what we have
Sir,
done
can you
so far?
repeat?
Yeah. Which one you want me to repeat? Discharge of purchase
Sir,
consideration?
sir, discharge of the purchase.
Okay, fine. See, let me just recap, and while recapping the entries, I'll explain what you wanted also. What we have done so far, we have transferred all the assets to realization account. Our entry was realization account debit to sundry assets account. These are the entries for that. You can see the balance sheet here. These are the assets. All of them are transferred to realization by passing the entry realization account debit to sundry asset account. We transferred liability in the nature of sundry creditors by passing the entry creditors account debit to realization account. Then we transferred balance of equity shareholders. The entry was equity share capital account debit to equity shareholders account. There are two reserves in the balance sheet of Parag Limited. Those are also transferred here. We pass the entry P&L account debit, statutory reserve account debit to equity shareholders account. There was no other asset or liability that needs to be taken care of. Now we have taken care of all the balances in the balance sheet. So the next step obviously is to make I'm sorry. Sorry. So the next step is to record purchase consideration. Purchase consideration is the amount due from new company. In this case, it is Anurag Limited. So we pass the entry Anurag Limited account debit 5,50,000 to realization account 5,50,000. You can see here by Anurag Limited 5,50,000 which is debited to Anurag Limited account. Now this amount is due from Anurag Limited as purchase consideration. So we need to check what did you receive. You may receive equity shares, you may receive preference shares, you may receive part amount in cash or bank also. In this case, the entire amount was received in the form of equity shares of Anurag Limited. If you recall our PC calculation, we have received 50,000 equity shares of Anurag Limited valued at 11 rupees per share, aggregating to 5.5 lakhs. So we have to record that by passing the entry equity shares in Anurag Limited account debit 5,50,000. So it comes here to Anurag Limited account, which will be credited for 5.5 lakhs. Is the entry now clear to everyone, including someone who wanted to clarify this doubt?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So with this, now we have recorded purchase consideration and discharge of purchase consideration. As I told you, there is no sale of asset. There is no payment of liability. There is no payment of liquidation or realization expenses also. So none of those entries will apply. Now we can proceed with the remaining aspects of this sum. If there are no other settlements of liabilities or payment of liabilities or sale of assets, then that means there are no other transactions that will affect the realization account. In this case, we don't have preference shareholders account also. Otherwise, before we work on the realization account as we are doing it now, you should settle the account of preference shareholders. But fortunately, in this case, we don't have preference shareholders account. Otherwise, you'll have to first make the settlement of preference shareholders, which may result in some profit or loss. So here it is not there. So we can directly close the realization account now. Okay. Now, when you close the realization account, let us see what is the status in realization, whether there is a profit or loss. If you balance realization account, there is a loss. 4 lakhs rupees is a loss. The total of debit side is 10 lakhs 25,000. And if you compare that with the total of credit side, you will end up with a loss of 4 lakhs rupees. Now, who will bear this loss? This loss will be transferred to equity shareholders account. Whatever loss or profit that eventually goes to equity shareholders account. So we pass the entry equity shareholders account debit to realization account. The loss is 4 lakhs rupees. So for loss, we pass the entry equity shareholders account debit 4 lakhs to realization account 4 lakhs. With this entry, we have recorded the loss arising from transfer of business or realization. Any difficulty in this entry, loss calculation and transfer?
No, sir.
Okay. Now we have done everything. Okay, we don't have preference shareholders, so that part is not applicable, but we have done everything else. And after you work out the loss and transfer the loss or profit to equity shareholders account, the last step is to settle the account of equity shareholders. Now, in this case, how are we going to settle the account of equity shareholders? We are going to allot these 5.5 lakhs equity worth of equity shares of Anurag Limited to these equity shareholders. So we will be passing the entry equity shareholders account debit to equity shares in Anurag Limited account 5,50,000. I repeat the entry. The entry will be equity shareholders account debit to equity shares in Anurag Limited account 5.5 lakhs. So I'm recording that entry here. Equity shareholders account debit to equity shares in Anurag Limited account. Okay, this will be the last entry that we have to record. Now, as I was telling you, once you pass this last settlement entry, all your accounts should be automatically closed. Realization account we have already closed. If you remember, the account is already closed, realization account. Equity shareholders account is now closed when you pass the entry. Can you see the balancing of equity shareholders account? It has automatically balanced. You have not done anything except passing this last entry. But once you pass that last entry, The account on its own has completely balanced at 9.5 lakhs. Then Anurag Limited account is already closed when we received the shares of Anurag Limited worth 5.5 lakhs. Equity shares in Anurag Limited account is also closed. As you can see, we transferred 5.5 lakhs worth of equity shares to equity shareholders account to whom we had to distribute those shares. So with this, all ledgers are closed. You can see starting from realization we had closed by transferring the loss. Equity shareholders automatically closed once you allotted the shares worth 5.5 lakhs and settlement was completed. Anurag Limited account closed, already closed. Equity shares in Anurag Limited account is already closed. So all the books of accounts of Parag Limited are completely closed now by passing this particular entry for settlement with equity shareholders. Okay. Any difficulty in any of the entries, any of the issues that we have dealt with so far?
No, sir.
Anybody else, any doubt, any entry which you want me to repeat, any calculation which you want me to explain?
No, sir.
Let's begin with the books of another company, Chirag Limited. Now, when you go to the balance sheet of Chirag Limited, let's have a look at the balance sheet of Chirag Limited. We'll be preparing all these accounts, realization account, equity shareholders account. We will also need one more account, that is 6% debenture holders account. So we will have realization account, then we will have equity shareholders account, we will have 6% preference shareholders account because there are preference shares, and then Anurag Limited account, equity shares in Anurag Limited account, and we will have one more account, 7% preference shares in Anurag Limited account. Because if you see the purchase consideration, I'll show you the purchase consideration. Consideration of this company, we have received two things. We have received preference shares and we have received equity shares also. So that means both the accounts will have to be prepared. So one more account is required in case of Chirag Limited. Now let us go ahead with the books of Chirag Limited. Okay, our ledger accounts are realization, equity shareholders, preference shareholders, Anurag Limited, equity shares in Anurag Limited, and preference shares in Anurag Limited account. What will be the first step? Can someone recall? We have just done the first steps for Parag Limited. So can someone recall and tell me what will be the first step in Chirag Limited? What will be the first entry?
Transfer the assets and liabilities to realization account.
Correct. We have to transfer the assets and liabilities to realization account. So when you do so, just remember one thing. We have to do this as per the book values or balance sheet values. So Chirag Limited, we have machinery, stock, debtors, bank. There are 4 assets which are to be transferred to realization account. What about P&L account debit balance 1,40,000? That also should be transferred to realization.
No.
Then what will happen to that? P&L account debit balance, should it be transferred to realization account? What is the nature of P&L account debit balance? Is it a normal asset or we call it differently?
Fictitious assets.
It's a fictitious asset. So what is the treatment of fictitious assets when we do the amalgamation, account the amalgamation in the books of vendor companies? We have to transfer it to equity shareholders account. See, in earlier case, we had profits, Parag Limited, P&L account and statutory reserve. Where did we transfer the profits to? Shareholders account, equity shareholders account. So likewise here, instead of profit, you have loss, which is a fictitious asset. So who is the ultimate person who will bear this loss? It's the equity shareholders. So this loss of 140,000 has to be transferred to equity shareholders account. Then liability side, we have preference share capital, we have equity capital, and we have 2 outsiders liabilities, debentures and creditors. So our first step will be to transfer all the assets to realization account. Entry will be realization account debit to machinery 8 lakhs, to stock 60,000, to debtors 50,000, to bank account 40,000. These are the 4 assets of Chirag Limited, those will be transferred to realization account. So let us transfer those assets. Realization account debit to machinery account, to stock account, to debtors account, and to bank account. All the assets are transferred at respective book values. Then the next step will be to transfer this 1,40,000 that will go to equity shareholders account. So we pass the entry equity shareholders account debit to profit and loss account. So all your asset side is taken care of. There were 4 assets which were transferred at book values to realization account. There is one item on the asset side which is a fictitious asset, loss or debit balance in P&L account, that is transferred to equity shareholders account. Then liability side, there is an equity share capital. So we pass the entry equity share capital account debit to equity shareholders account 5 lakhs rupees. So share capital will come here by equity share capital 5 lakhs. As I told you, we need to have preference shareholders account. So preference shareholders balance, as you can see, is 3 lakhs. The entry will be preference share capital account debit to preference shareholders account, and the amount is 3 lakh rupees. That is the amount of preference share capital. So equity share capital is transferred, preference share capital is also transferred. And then what happens to 2 liabilities, debentures and creditors? Both will be transferred to realization account because these are outsiders liabilities. So in realization account, we'll transfer these outsiders liabilities by 9% debentures account or 9% debenture holders account, you can say 2 lakhs rupees, and by sundry creditors 90,000 rupees. Just take a look at the balance sheet of Chirag Limited and the accounts and the entries which you have posted so far, and tell me whether you have followed everything or any entry needs a further clarity. These are the entries that we have passed so far. Do you need any further explanation on any of the entries passed so far? Sorry. Yes. Is this option of keeping the question alongside better so you can have a screen showing both? Is it working out fine?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So can we proceed now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the next step will be to record the purchase consideration. So what was the purchase consideration of Chirag Limited? Our calculations, let us see. 7,46,000. This is the purchase consideration of Chirag Limited. So we have to record the purchase consideration of Chirag Limited. The entry will be Chirag Limited account debit. Anurag Limited account debit to realization account. So in books of Chirag Limited, we are recording PC Anurag Limited account debit to realization account. So Anurag Limited account is debited for 7,46,000 and realization account is credited for 7,46,000. This is the purchase consideration due from Anurag Limited account, from Anurag Limited, the new company. The entry is Anurag Limited's account debit to realization account. Now we have to record discharge of this purchase consideration. And how was the purchase consideration discharged? That also we have the information. Out of that 2,40,000 is in the form of preference shares, and remaining 5,06,000 is in the form of equity shares. I'll just copy paste that data here alongside so you know what it is. Okay, just for reference, we copy paste that data so we have that handy. Okay, this is how the purchase consideration has been built up. This is 5,06,000. So this is how the purchase consideration was discharged in case of Chirag Limited, 7,46,000. Okay, so now we have to, one second. Yeah. So now we have to record the discharge of purchase consideration. How do we record the discharge of purchase consideration? We pass the entry equity shares in Anurag Limited account debit, preference shares in Anurag Limited account debit to Anurag Limited account. I repeat the entry. The entry is equity shares in Anurag Limited account debit, preference shares in Anurag Limited account debit. These are 7% preference shares to Anurag Limited account. So we got the equity shares worth 5,06,000. We got the preference shares worth 2,40,000. So entry is equity shares in Anurag Limited account debit 5,06,000. 7% preference shares in Anurag Limited account debit 2,40,000 to Anurag Limited account 7,46,000. This is the entry for discharge of purchase consideration. So your PC is discharged. In discharge of PC, we received equity shares worth 506,000 and equity preference shares worth 2,40,000. Have you understood this entry for recording purchase consideration and discharge of purchase consideration?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now the next step will be to find out whether there is any sale of asset, whether there is any payment of liability, and whether there is any payment towards liquidation expenses. We don't have any information of this kind. There is neither sale of asset nor payment of liability, and there is no payment or company has not incurred any liquidation or similar type of expenses. So that issue does not arise. Now we have to go towards final settlement. What are the aspects of final settlement? One aspect of settlement is to find out the loss or profit on realization, and then the settlement for equity shareholders and settlement for preference shareholders. These are the aspects that we have to consider. Now, if at all you have preference shareholders whose settlement is to be done, then you should do that first before closing your realization account. And there is a reason for that. If there is a profit or loss on settlement with preference shareholders, we have to bring that profit or loss to realization. Then only your final profit or loss will be reflected in realization account. Without that, you will not have final profit or loss in realization account. So the first thing will be to record the settlement of preference shareholders. How do we record the settlement of preference shareholders? The entry is preference shareholders account debit to 7% preference shares in Anurag Limited. This is our preference shareholders account. Their balances are 3 lakhs. In settlement, we will be offering them shares in Anurag Limited, which are 7% preference shares, whose value is fixed at 240,000. So entry will be 6% preference shareholders account debit 2,40,000 to 7% preference shares in Anurag Limited account 2,40,000. So we have allotted them preference shares worth 240,000. Shall I go to the next entry if this is clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Now look at the 7% preference shareholders account. Preference shares account. This is automatically tallied. Okay, there is no issue in this. This account is already tallied, so we don't have to bother much for this account. But if you see the account of preference shareholders, what is the scenario there? You had a balance of 3 lakhs, but you are saying they are fully settled with shares worth rupees 2,40,000. This exercise, this accounting is done in the books of Chirag Limited. So my question to you is, has Chirag Limited made any gain in the process or made a loss in the process? Is Chirag Limited
Loss.
going to gain? Loss for Chirag Limited? Any other answer? Who has made the loss? Preference shareholders are losing or Chirag Limited is losing? Who has made the loss? You see, one will make a loss, another will make a profit. So we are trying to identify who has made a profit, who has made a loss. Okay, let me put it another way. Your liability is worth 3 lakhs, preference shareholders liability, but you could settle that only at 2,40,000. So will the company who is doing this, that is Chirag Limited, gain or lose?
Gain, sir.
Yes, it
Gain.
will gain. Yes, it will be a
Yes,
gain
sir,
for
gain.
Chirag Limited. Yes, it will be a gain for Chirag Limited because you have outstanding liability of 3 lakhs. You have been able to settle it only with shares worth 240,000. So obviously the company is going to make a gain in the process. Who will lose? Preference shareholders are losing. They were supposed to receive 3 lakhs. They received shares worth of only 240,000. So it's a loss for preference shareholders, but gain for Chirag Limited. So this gain of 60,000 will have to be recorded and that will be transferred to realization account by passing the entry preference shareholders account debit to realization account. Okay, this will be the entry that we have to pass for this. So in the realization account, we have to account for this gain. So by preference shareholders account, 60,000 rupees. This is the gain arising from settlement of preference shareholders. Okay, we could make a gain of 60,000 in the process. Everybody has followed this recording of gain on account of preference shareholders? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, fine. Now everything else is over, so we can find out profit or loss. So let us balance this account, and if you balance this account, you will have a balancing figure here on the debit side. This is a balancing figure on the debit side. So if the balancing figure is on the debit side, what does it indicate? In the
Profit.
balancing, it will indicate a profit. So this profit will go to equity shareholders account. So by equity shareholders account, in equity shareholders account, by realization account, we have transferred that profit. So by realization account, the profit is transferred to equity shareholders account. Okay. So final settlement now of equity shareholders. Okay, that's the only thing left, because with this now your realization account is also settled. It's also closed. Okay, if you see, all other accounts are closed. 6% preference shares account is closed. Anurag Limited account is also balanced because we received the shares, preference and equity. So this account is already balanced. There is nothing left as a balance in this account. Then 7% preference shareholders account is also already closed. So what is left is equity shares in Anurag Limited. Now we have to do the final settlement with equity shareholders. We'll be passing the entry equity shareholders account debit to equity shares in Anurag Limited account. So let us pass that entry equity shareholders account debit 5,06,000 to equity shares in Anurag Limited account. So this account is credited once you allot the share. So by equity shareholders, 5,06,000 over here. Okay. So these shares are now transferred to equity shareholders account. Whatever shares we received from Anurag Limited, those are getting transferred to the shareholders of the company, that is Anurag Limited. In this Chirag Limited, in this case, Chirag Limited's shareholders got these shares. So now if you check whether your equity shareholders account is balanced, and you will realize that it is automatically balanced. Debit side total, if you check, is 6,46,000. Credit side also total is 6,46,000. So this is the first, this is the closing of books of the second company, that is Chirag Limited. Am I clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any difficulty so far?
No, sir.
Fine. Shall we proceed? Yes. Shall we proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us proceed with the books of Anurag Limited. We will do just couple of entries in the books of Anurag Limited today. Okay. And then we will stop for the day. And the rest of the things in next lecture. In books of Anurag Limited. Okay. Now in books of Anurag Limited, we'll try to pass the entries to begin with. Now in books of Anurag Limited, the new company, when you start with the entries, your first entry is to acquire the business. So you pass two separate entries for both the companies because this is a case of amalgamation. So we have to pass two separate entries. The entry will be business purchase account debit to liquidator of Parag Limited. Business purchase account debit to liquidator of Parag Limited, and similar entry for Chirag Limited. Business purchase account debit to liquidator of Chirag Limited. Okay. So these are the two entries. Now why do we pass these two entries? With these two entries, we are going to record the purchase consideration. Okay. What was the purchase consideration for Parag Limited? It was 5,50,000, I guess. 550 tha na? 550. And another company it was 7,46,000. So with these two entries, we will start off with the books of new company. So first company 5,50,000. And second company it was 7,46,000. So first step we have taken in books of new company, that was to record the purchase consideration in the books of new company, and the purchase consideration amount is 5,50,000 for Parag Limited, and Chirag Limited is 7,46,000. Okay, have you understood both the entries?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Now going forward, we'll have to pass few more entries in the books of Anurag Limited. Those entries are concerning the takeover of assets, takeover of liabilities, both the companies, then discharge of purchase consideration. Okay. So whatever we have received, that purchase consideration will be discharged. And thereafter, if there are any adjustments like goodwill, capital reserve, etc., that we have to do. In this case, there is one more adjustment called as intercompany debtors. There is some dealing earlier between Parag Limited and Chirag Limited, and one company showing a debtor of 5,000 and second company showing a creditor of 5,000. So now that both the companies are liquidated and everything is transferred to Anurag Limited, we need to take care of that old intercompany outstanding in books of Anurag Limited. So that will be one additional entry that we have to record. Okay, so with this, shall we stop for the day? There is no in rushing with the entries in the books of Anurag Limited. We can always do it comfortably. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
fine.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, so let me stop the recording first, then I'll download the attendance and then we will close the lecture. If you have any doubts also, you can ask. Okay, let me stop the recording first at this stage.